Breaking. Something huge is happening in Atlanta, and nobody saw it coming. Falcons fans, this could change everything. A bold move, a risky decision, and now the future of the entire season hangs in the balance. Are we witnessing the rise of a new powerhouse or the beginning of a massive collapse? Buckle up, because what's happening right now will leave you speechless. Falcons fans, what's up? Something special is going down today. Normally, I'm the guy behind the scenes, pushing the buttons, setting up the lights, and making everything run smooth. But today, I got the green light to step in front of the camera and talk directly to you. If you've seen me before, you might recognize me. I've been producing the show for over a year. I was Pay's right-hand man, working with him on all kinds of content. Sadly, Pay's not here right now, but don't worry, he'll be back soon with his awesome at-home videos. And trust me, I'm hyped to see him back doing his thing. You might have caught me in some of our live shows too, especially during those wild halftime breakdowns. I've been on camera here and there, but today's different. Today, this show is mine, and I'm fired up to do a full-on mailbag episode and dive into some hot questions from you guys. But hold up. Before we get into that, we've got a situation. The Falcons are losing the like battle to the Saints. Yes, the Saints. Trace thinks his squad can outlike us? Come on now. We're only down by 43 likes. Let's flip that number right now. Scroll down, smash that like button, and show New Orleans who really runs the South. All right, it's time. Let's jump into this mailbag and talk some real Falcons football. Stick around to the end, and once it's over, I want to hear from you. Drop your boldest Falcons prediction in the comments. Rate your confidence in the team from 1 to 10. And let's see who's riding with Atlanta all the way. So the Hawkins family came in with a hot one. Bijan Robinson wins Offensive Player of the Year, finishes 4th in MVP voting, and racks up 1,796 rushing yards, 16 touchdowns, and nearly 2,000 all-purpose yards. Oh, and the Falcons finish 11-6, while the Saints go 0-17 and draft some dude named Noah F. from Arizona. First off, shout out to Tucson, Bijan's hometown and mine too. Rise up, baby. This comment, it got me fired up. And honestly, it's not crazy. We actually broke this down in a recent video, and I went deep on why Bijan might be on the edge of a breakout season. Like Saquon Barkley in his prime, that's the kind of energy Bijan is bringing in 2024. Look at his rookie season. 304 carries, over 1,400 yards from scrimmage, 431 receiving yards, and 15 total touchdowns. That's as a rookie. And now, he wants more. No more 30-yard runs. He's hunting for 50, 60, even 70-yard home runs. And you can feel it. He's coming in stronger, smarter, and more explosive. He's ready to take over the league, and if he gets the touches, if the offensive line does its job, we could absolutely see a 1,700-plus yard season with MVP votes. That's not fantasy. That's reality if the Falcons get him going early and often. Now let's pivot to another strong question, and this one's a bit more tense. Do you think Raheem Morris gets fired mid-season if the Falcons start 2-6? Phew, let's talk about it. First off, the schedule to start the year is brutal. Check it out. Week 1, Buccaneers. Week 2, at Vikings. Week 3, at Panthers Week 4, at Commanders Week 5, bye Week 6. Versus Bills, Monday Night Football. Week 7 versus 49ers, Sunday Night Football. Week 8 versus Dolphins. That's no joke. 4 tough defenses, 3 road games, and back-to-back primetime battles with Super Bowl contenders. Starting 2-6, it's possible. And that's where the heat turns up on Raheem. But let me be real with you. I don't think the Falcons fire Raheem Morris mid-season, even if they stumble early. This is a first-year head coach, a new system, a young quarterback. Firing him that quick? It sends a message of panic, and I don't think the front office wants that. Now, if they crash completely and sit at 1-7 or 2-8 with no signs of life, then maybe the talks begin. But for now, Raheem gets time. He deserves it. The fans, we've waited long enough, but patience could pay off. And hey, I know Jay would love this question because he's not a Raheem fan. But me, I say let's give the guy a chance. Owen says, Darnell Mooney will have more receiving yards than Drake London. At first, that sounds wild, but the more I think about it, this might actually happen. Last season, Drake London had 158 targets and over 1,200 yards. He's clearly the Falcons' WR1. No doubt about it. Big body, strong hands, and a huge part of the offense. But don't sleep on Darnell Mooney. The man is quick, smooth in space, and he had 106 targets last year. If Mooney builds early chemistry with Michael Penix Jr., he could go off. I truly believe both of these guys go over 1,000 yards this season. But who ends up with more? That's the real question. Let's not forget, with Michael Penix Jr. now at quarterback, this offense could take flight. Penix loves to throw deep. He's got a rocket arm, and he's not afraid to take risks. That benefits both receivers. Now, if you're asking me to pick one, I still think Drake London edges it out. Maybe something like 1,300 yards for London and 1,100 for Mooney. But hey, it's close, real close. What do you think? Drop a comment below. Type 5 if you think Drake London will have more yards. Type 1 if you're rocking with Darnell Mooney. Let's see who you believe in more for 2025. Now let's shift to a question that's been bugging a lot of Falcons fans. Is Michael Penix Jr. being slept on by the media? Because it sure feels like it. Almost every time you turn on a sports show, they're hyping up Jayden Daniels. And don't get me wrong, Jayden had an awesome year. Over 3,500 yards, 25 touchdowns, and led the Commanders on a surprise playoff run. That's impressive. The media should talk about that. But here's the problem. They're acting like Michael Penix Jr. doesn't exist. Like he wasn't one of the most electric college quarterbacks just months ago. Like he didn't dominate at Washington and lead his team to the national title game. Sure, Penix hasn't played a full NFL season yet. But guess what? That's why he's being slept on. And that's exactly why he's going to shock people. Let them doubt him. Let them talk about everyone else. Because when the 2025 season kicks off and Michael Penix starts lighting up defenses, all those doubters will remember his name. You know what I want this year? I want the media to sleep on Michael Penix Jr. I want them to say, oh, he's not going to be that good. And then, boom! He explodes onto the scene with numbers that rival or even beat Jayden Daniels. That would be beautiful. All right, next hot take. This one's from Cool Whip Max, fire name by the way. Braylon Trice becomes a key piece on the defensive line. You know what? That's not even a hot take to me. That's just facts waiting to happen. Trice is coming off a torn ACL, but don't forget, this guy is a beast when healthy. We're talking about a wrecking ball out of Washington who brings power and versatility off the edge. Look at this front five. Jalen Walker, Rook Orhorhoro, David Onyemata, Zach Harrison, Leonard Floyd, and right behind them, Braylon Trice. He's going to get snaps, a lot of them. Whether he starts or rotates in, he's going to make an impact. Falcons head coach Raheem Morris even said Trice is pushing through recovery and targeting training camp. He's running, he's rehabbing, and once he's full go, watch out. Trice is exactly the kind of depth we were begging for last year. Now, we're loaded. He might not be a Pro Bowler just yet, but he's going to matter in 2025. Next up, Amon K dropped a scorcher. James Pierce won't start for at least 10 weeks unless there's an injury. Whoa. Okay, now this is a real hot take. On one hand, I kind of get it. Jalen Walker is listed as the starter, and the Falcons have added so much depth to the edge. But on the other hand, James Pierce Jr. was drafted for a reason. The team traded up to get him. You don't do that for someone you're going to stash on the bench. Even if he doesn't start right away, he's going to play. His rookie projection is 5 sacks. That means he's getting reps, he's getting chances, and he's going to be in the rotation early. So I'll say this. I agree he might not start week 1, but by mid-season, you better believe Pierce is going to be making noise off the edge. And if injuries happen, he's the next man up. And now, let's talk about Kyle Pitts. User 27,954 says, Kyle Pitts will have a breakout year with over 1,000 yards. Yes, this right here. I love this. We've been waiting for this version of Pitts since 2021, and with Penix Jr. under center, this could finally be the year he takes that leap. We've seen flashes, the route running, the hands, the mismatched nightmare for defenses. Now, imagine Pitts in a real vertical offense. Imagine him stretching the field while Drake London and Darnell Mooney pull defenders wide. He's going to eat in the middle of the field. If Pitts stays healthy and gets consistent targets, he's a lock for 1,000-plus yards. This could be the season he finally silences every critic and proves why the Falcons made him a top-5 pick. Falcons fans, let's hear it. Will Pitts break out? Will Trice make the defense deeper? Will Pierce prove he's a future star? Drop your takes in the comments and let's get fired up for the 2025 season. I'm going to say it straight up. I do not want to see Kyle Pitts traded. I don't care how many rumors are flying around. I want him in Atlanta, catching passes from Michael Penix Jr. and finally delivering that monster season we've all been waiting for since 2021. Last year, just 356 yards. That's not the Pitts we know. That's not the Pitts who lit the league on fire with over 1,000 yards as a rookie. And yeah, we get it. The quarterback carousel absolutely killed his production. But now it's different. Now he has a real shot. And sure, the Steelers picked up the phone and asked about a trade. And yes, we've talked about it in other videos. But I'm saying it loud and clear right now. Do not trade Kyle Pitts. Let's see what he and Penix can do in 2025. If Pitts finally gets consistent targets in an offense that actually moves the ball, I know, he can go right back to 1,000-plus yards. Let's move on to a comment that hit me right in the heart. Falcons fan 85 didn't drop a hot take. He just said, I just want the Falcons to make the playoffs. I'm tired of getting my hopes crushed every year. Man, that's real. That's the pain talking, and I feel it too. Every offseason, it's the same thing. This year feels different. And then what happens? We fall short. The defense disappears, the offense stalls, and boom, dreams crushed. But this time feels real. We killed the draft. Michael Penix Jr. looks like he could be the guy. We finally have playmakers on both sides of the ball. The energy is just different. Now sure, we've said that before. We said it last year. We believed, and then we watched the defense collapse, the QB play fall apart, and the season spiral. But now, there's hope. Real hope. And even though the Kirk Cousins drama is still out there, I just want it to stay in the background. I want this to be Penix's team. I want 2025 to be the year we turn the corner. So let's settle it right now. Predict the Falcons' record for 2025. Get in the comments and drop your prediction. 10-7? 11-6, maybe 13-4 if we go nuclear. Whatever you believe, type it out, and believe it loud.